Hello, boys and girls.
Hi, guys.
Good afternoon. Today we have a band of merry men. merry men. Some of you might recognize them. They run a dangerous platform.
Actually, a platform. That's what we should call it, actually.
They run a very dangerous platform where they spread misinformation.
And mischief.
Indeed.
Go ahead, you can introduce yourself.
Yo, at least we're not Fresh and Fit podcast. actually, we're InfoWars because what's that guy's name? Alex Cross.
Alex Jones.
TMT, Submaroach,
Koj, Submaroach, Mayowa, Submaroach.
Fun fact, if you're an OG listener of I Said What I Said, you recognize one of these three.
Yeah, one of them has been on the podcast before, not on the cover of Submaroach, under a professional cover.
Oh yeah, those days.
Yeah, back in the day.
This guy was spreading misinformation.
Yeah, he was spreading. People were actually very enraged, but people were very enlightened by that episode. They thought you missed a lot of things, Sha. They thought that there are many things. Actually, what they thought was that you are even coming from a privileged point of view.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Because they have suffered more. So just some feedback about that.
I said it was bad, but it could have been worse.
You know what's funny? I remember listening to that episode, and because I know how his brain functions, the point where he was lying, I literally texted him. I was like, "Guy, why are you lying?"
And I thought that made me feel really special because I was like, "This guy knows me, man."
So I just want you guys to know that TMT came inside here and then said he got us a gift.
Yeah,
which are these glasses, which I obviously used.
But they are Bentley. That's what you guys know.
So they're used, and then he also bought them in Ibano, and he has worn them before. So it's actually not a gift.
He came with,
but they were also in his pocket, so they were in his pocket, so they're obviously scratched. And that is why we generally suggest that you don't bring gifts unless they're well thought out. But I'm gonna go ahead and try. Is your face this small?
I don't know.
Because it feels snug.
I've got those for you because you know that saying about rose tinted lenses.
Okay, sure. And how does that apply? Okay, go. No. Let's follow. Go ahead.
Because if you wear rose tinted lenses, you don't see red flags.
In you,
this guy.
The red flag is just a
about
flag.
Jollz on that is not rose tinted?
Oh, she already knows who I am. She's been insulting me for years.
Okay,
oh my gosh, you guys, I tell this story all the time. One of my favorite memories with TMC, I was literally insulting this guy. We were going somewhere, and I kept I was going and I was having time of my life, and I found myself inside the gutter. I didn't look at where I was going. I was just abusing TMC, and I fell inside the gutter.
That's just the passion I bring out of people.
What is happening? Look at my Crocs. Manko gave me these Crocs.
That's hot.
These are fantastic.
I actually quite
These
like
are quite
them.
fancy.
I need to get you gibbets.
And they have heels, which is just quite exciting.
That's real 30 plus. So you can.
It was a gift, and do you know what? I think they're fantastic.
I love them.
I really just think I think they're fantastic. So
did you do anything this weekend?
I went to the countryside, and people have been laughing about me.
So you went to Abeokuta?
Sure.
What's funny?
It is the countryside.
It is the countryside. What's funny?
Okay, I want you guys to tell me the difference between the Cotswolds and Abeokuta now.
God damn.
You tell me, going to Somerset, going to Abeokuta, what's the key? Tell me the key differences.
The Hamptons of Nigeria.
God bless you. God bless you. No, because let me tell you what I said.
Mad?
I first said I was in the hills, which I was. I was in the Hilltop Estate. That's the name of the estate. No. Obasanjo's estate is Obasanjo Hilltop. Then there's a different presidential Hilltop estate, which is obviously competing with Obasanjo's. There's also Muhammadu Buhari estate. Different president.
What's going on there?
Just several presidents, I think, are having an issue.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was in the hills. And it's just a lavish time, relaxation, things you do in the country. It's a picnicking here and there. Just time reflecting with family, clean air, going for walks, hiking. Obviously, that's how you know I'm lying. Of course I was not hiking. I wouldn't be called dead hiking, really. He's very well. For someone who's 93, he's very active. Hi, guys. Have you heard about how quick and easy it is to set up a Flutterwave store online?
Flutterwave store is the most convenient way for you to sell your products online online as a business owner without creating a website or having to know how to code.
It is available to all PhotoWave merchants in over 10 countries. And what is even better, it is completely free to set up, so you have no excuse.
You can also accept a range of payment methods from your customers globally and securely.
Try it now. Visit flutterwave.com/store to set up your online store and start selling to millions
of customers
and making money.
I'm very excited because if there's anybody that has good
Bad
advice. No, very good.
So, we give people advice, of course. Okay. And so we'll do a bit of that and then we'll talk about the war.
I think we tried that and then people warned us not to do it again.
Well, there was one babe who was playing us against each other because I think she was sending you guys her things and she'll send it to us.
Really?
I was fucking advice from different. So like one day we saw you guys answering the question we answered like last same week. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
They were crowdsourcing.
They needed help, guys.
What is Shakara Baby? Wasn't that her name?
Shakara Baby.
Yeah,
Shakara Baby.
Yeah, she needs help.
Man, I'm not judging how. I'm not judging her, but if you're asking this combination of
first of all, three heads are better than two.
These particular heads are not better.
If one of those heads is mine, I don't know.
Look how the 2 podcasts she picked for advice. It's clearly not a serious person.
Okay, so this person's name is Anniversary.
Of course it is.
And she says, "Hi guys, how are you? I personally am not fine."
Fair enough.
Okay.
I've been dating this guy for 5 years and he's never remembered our anniversary or done anything nice for it.
Hence the name.
He's nice and cares about me. Plus, I like him and all that shit. But it deeply concerns me that he can't be bothered to remember stuff like an anniversary. I've had this conversation multiple times and he always claims to forget and it's not deliberate, blah, 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 blah. This year, I didn't bother buying him anything because I anticipated the forgetfulness and of course he didn't disappoint. I also mentioned it casually 3 weeks to the date. I don't have a problem walking away from this relationship. Even though my family and friends seem to think 5 years is too long for me to walk away from or over something like this. But then this is how people end up with spouses that don't know their children's birthday. Or do you guys think I should change my name to Anniversary? Oh, he also doesn't believe in exchanging Christmas gifts or Valentine's or even making my birthday special. I get a birthday gift either the day before or the day after, never on the actual day.
That's crazy.
The day before, the day after.
He's a criminal.
First of all, TMT also doesn't believe in Valentine's Day. So
He's a liar.
Valentine's Day is different. When you add Valentine's Day, Christmas, you're just
birthday.
you're just a self. Yeah, you're stingy, but you're Scrooge.
Oh, you're consistent.
No, you're just the Grinch. That is what you are.
No joke.
I even understand Valentine's Day. What did Jesus' birthday do to you?
Coach, funny, what this reminds me of, I'm sure you know the tweets. The one where I got cooked for last year.
What'd you say?
What I said, like, unmarried people having anniversaries was hilarious.
I'm dead. I got married then.
I wasn't actually married then. That was actually the funniest part.
First of all, let me tell you what I hate about married people. They say things like unmarried people. I just... No,
but you say married people too, though.
No.
So
there's married and there's foxes on married.
I hate their behavior.
unmarried is a
Let me tell you who says unmarried. Married people say unmarried. And I hate their attitude.
unwanted.
They have bad character.
Unloved.
Actually putting me in a very, very, very difficult situation. Like, how can you ask me to choose between the Star Redler citrus and red fruits? Like, they're both amazing. I mean, think about it. What's not to love about the Star Redler citrus? The electrifying citrus mix is just everything. You know what? I've made my choice. The Radler citrus can. Are you sure? No. I mean, the Radler red fruits is just perfect. The refreshing new look and great taste. Come on, guys. This is actually very, very difficult. I don't know which one to choose. They're both amazing. I mean, why do you have to be so amazing?
But the thing about it is, I'm so sorry, babe. This guy does not really strike me as someone who gives a shit. And like, you seem like you want to go out with somebody who cares about things. So first of all, your family is using sunk cost very seriously. How can they say 5 years is too long for you to walk in? What kind of bondage is this? Please, dear, it's better you break up with him, because if it was just the anniversary, I would even say on anniversary, birthday. Oh, come on.
But, I mean, not to cape for the guy, but like,
oh God, here we are.
One thing about niggas, they'll cape for someone they don't know. Man.
I'm sure, like, for her to have gone out with him for 5 years, I'm sure there must be like redeeming value, or there must be something that has kept her there for 5 years.
Do you know anybody that describes anybody as nice? They really like them that much. I'm telling you, there's nobody you really like that the first thing you say is, "Oh, they're so nice." That is rubbish.
Like personally, sorry, go ahead.
Anybody that you're in a romantic situation with that you think, like when I ask you, oh, yeah, I say, oh, they're nice, they're please.
I'm dead.
Like I say, they're very specific. They're like they're funny or smart or nice.
They have a big ass. Like there's just
also nice with today's men is kind of like a compliment when you think about it. It's hard. Like nice guys are not a thing.
I don't even mean nice guys in that like nice guys way. I just mean like I've never, especially people who write sentences, but when they start with, oh, you know, he's really nice. I just know that
like there has to be something else.
There's something
like nice
wrong.
is so generic.
It's so generic. It's so like unfeeling.
He drives a car.
But what do you think? No, but she's genuinely asking, like, what should she do?
I think that he doesn't give a shit about things, and she clearly gives a shit about things. It's not going to, long term, these things are going to frustrate her at several points during the year.
And you know, he keeps trying to humble her. I know men like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means for a guy to go out of video to be like, your birthday is on Thursday?
I'm going to give you on Wednesday.
I'll give you either on Wednesday or on Tuesday.
This
that's just fucking annoying.
Like, he's just
like
out of his
jelly
way.
bean man from last
Do you know what he's
week.
going out of his way to do? So that when they get married, he's going to be like, but I've been like
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been doing this since like day one.
And has been consistent.
Yeah.
So there's nothing. Why weren't you at the hospital when I gave birth? I'll come tomorrow.
Yeah. And it's also just like, also, if you're with someone for that long and you know they care about these things, I'm sorry, what is it? Like, you don't always, it doesn't have to be an extravagant gift, but she's clearly looking for acknowledgement of the occasion. It won't kill you. I don't get it.
Also, there's like an iPhone like reminder and shit like that.
Like, I'm sorry, it's not.
Actually
the
crazy.
birthday is the same day every year.
But some guys need a reminder. At least let him use it.
Set the reminder.
Facebook.
Set the
But
reminder.
bro, the thing is, reminders are even like, because it's like little things like, you know, when you go like on Moonpig, if you order something for someone 1 year, for the next 10 years,
They
they're going to
will
be right.
message
Like, bro,
you.
I still get emails for like girls I dated when I was like 18.
Even my
Because you dated
wife
nobody.
remembers his ex's birthdays. You can't remember your girlfriend's birthday.
Okay, let's start with friendship. So what is, you guys are friends and good friends.
But how do you guys meet?
What's the nature of your friendship dynamic?
Law school?
Yeah, we met in law school. Coach and I met.
secondary
We went to secondary school together.
Coach and I met on Twitter. Yeah, we met on
Oh,
Twitter.
wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
So how is your friendship?
It's disturbed.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the signs,
Yeah.
It's a very wholesome friendship, I would
but
say.
really?
Yeah.
Do you know
Like
what?
how?
On the real, because I listen to Submaroach, like they actually care about each other.
Yeah, they do. That I find that very cute.
No, because sometimes guy friendships come across as just like there's a lot of banter, and you don't grab like, do these people like?
Like
I find there's
Like
two
each
types. So
other.
I find there's two types. Like I know groups of guys that are like so like intertwined, and they've, especially the ones who have been that way, maybe like a group from secondary school or something, where like they are like really very much brothers, and then there's other like groups of guy friends that I'm just like, do you guys ever even?
It's just to split the bad W.
Yeah, just I'm like, do you guys ever even? So I find that there's like the two that I see like quite often, and it's always one or the it's usually kind of one or the other, which is interesting. You guys are very much like the first.
Well, like the men's club.
Oh, can you?
On YouTube. I love that show so much.
Sorry, TMT,
really
in
love
what
that
way?
show.
Really?
In what
Yes,
way
I
are you
like the guy that wears the
possibly?
hat.
Hold
What's
on,
his name?
are you possibly like the men's?
I've never
club?
seen an episode, man.
So how can you say that?
I know it's like a club of men now. They have to be friends.
That's actually not what the show
Guys,
is.
sick. He's actually insane. Do you know?
The show is actually not about that.
What's the show about?
Relationships.
Since you're the expert of the men. What?
Guys,
She's mansplaining.
Sick people.
Honestly,
people.
yeah.
So
Let me
yeah,
tell you something. We were at a party on Saturday night. Everybody was in one corner dancing. Have you? There's a TikTok that goes like, "Where's I forgot the person's name? Where's something?" And then like on the dance floor, everybody else was on the dance floor. TMT went to this stage, walking around like, you know, like when like it's the after party.
Yeah.
He was on stage looking at by himself or with a drink. Then he now stood like posing. Nobody was looking at him. Nobody on his chest. And I was like, I've known this guy for almost a decade and he has been consistently insane.
Chaotic.
Like,
Extremely
TMT thinks it's Charlie Sheen.
Oh my God, that is exactly it. Except, do you have the shirt? You really need the shirt.
Doesn't that guy have AIDS?
He has HIV at TMT.
HIV.
No.
I don't know.
No, he does.
He does.
Charlie
He has HIV.
He does, yeah.
I think I remember that coming out.
No, he does, but like...
When did this I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. When did this
Maybe
happen?
like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I think.
It was
Like, very
after...
chaotic human. What's wrong with you?
How can you say does he have it? He has HIV, but like, you need the shirts. I really think that could be your thing.
I need that.
Those line shirts.
Yeah, see, I would, but it's in fashion now, so I'm not going to.
Okay,
he
you're
stands
anti
alone. Yeah.
like the popular
On the
things.
stage.
I very much see
This
that.
guy has diverted us so much. We're talking about people's friendship.
Oh, yes.
Now we're talking
mean-
about TMT being Charlie Sheen.
Do you know what I like? I
forbid.
like that you've been stroking his shoulder the whole episode. I
It
think
feels,
it's very,
it feels
yeah.
really good. I've been having tough days. This kind
He
of
likes
help.
his cuddling and it's
Yeah.
cute. I think it's very cute.
Yeah, continue.
Go ahead. Why'd you stop?
Sorry, who's going? Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Friendship love language.
Well, like, speaking of though, so one of my uncles is married to an American woman.
Where are we
This is going.
No, we're talking about stroking arms and like affection.
That's actually not what I'm talking about. It was the friendship.
Oh, I know, but like I'm just talking about
Go
like
into
the
it. Go
yeah.
ahead.
I mean, so just about affection and like
No,
manly
okay.
affection and all that.
Okay.
Bubbly a kiss.
So yes, basically we're all hanging out or whatever. Like we're on holiday in Mexico, and my uncle and I are talking, and we're holding hands and we're swinging our hands. And just
Very
walking.
Nigerian men love that
They
shit.
love
Yeah,
holding
and she
hands.
was like very like, oh my God, this is so like cute. This is like you guys hold hands like, and it doesn't look weird. And I'm just like, yeah.
Nigerian men love it.
Nigerian men love to hold
holding.
hands.
They
So
bloody
my-
love hand
my
holding.
second-
I wouldn't hold TMT's hands though.
Yeah, second, like I know there's a brand, like usually business for these teachers.
Yeah, it was
Like they're talking to
economic-
you.
Yeah,
was my
even each
economics
other.
teacher.
They'll just be holding.
Just swinging around. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's cool, I guess. No, actually, I didn't like it when I was a kid. Then I matured and obviously learned about life and everything.
Yeah,
and
fair
like,
enough.
that's cool.
Okay, oh my gosh, you guys are a bunch of guys with a podcast.
Yeah.
Do you take it personal?
Do you take it personally when people talk about
Why
like,
people are like
men
talking
with
about men with
podcasts?
podcasts?
No, because
No.
we're just as bad as those guys.
God
No,
forbid.
absolutely not. First of all, like
It's actually not
what
as
the
bad
fuck?
as those guys.
No, I know, but like we say so like
You say really, really. Sometimes I have to pause and be like, wow, they actually like these are things that were said out loud. Like this is not like they didn't edit it, you know.
No,
Nothing. It's
no,
mostly
it's
you.
edited.
yeah.
Fake me, that's the thing.
The thing is,
Well,
it's
edited.
mostly
It's
you.
edited.
No, it's
No.
mostly unedited.
I'll tell you, like,
Yes,
if we record an hour and like 10 minutes, we'll potentially put out an hour and 3 minutes.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
like not a lot of editing is going on. It's just
Sure.
like maybe there's like an awkward silence. You don't
Yeah.
want guys to know that we run out of banter, stuff like that.
Which we don't.
But it's also like I personally feel like it's art.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not like if you see me on the street and you talk to me, you eventually like realize that like this guy's intelligent. So it's all
Let's
just like
sorry,
a bit.
on the street.
On the streets, like buying shawarma and everyone, like, and Rain beat the hell out of me. I was wearing socks now. I think of my
You already dedicated to the shawarma.
Okay, so somebody
no,
in
it started
shawarma
when I was
line.
inside. Like, it just went
damn.
black.
So someone in shawarma line talking to you now, they will realize that you're intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, this guy likes shawarma. He's a smart
Especially
guy.
given that you're not
Two
wearing
sausage.
socks.
Pardon?
How many?
Considering the fact that you're not wearing socks.
No, it's not about
No,
the
I'm
socks.
just saying. I'm
Also,
just
these
saying.
are very
Very audacious.
Very interesting shoes.
They're-
I've been looking at them.
They're
since.
very like
Very
no
interesting.
sock friendly.
That's why I was about to
Yeah.
say that actually the challenge is that you were wearing socks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
when I
trying to-
left, so that my mom still won't disturb me. I said, I'm a serious guy.
Because I'm pretty sure they
They were
made these
black
shoes so
socks.
that you would not be wearing socks
Yeah, but
Are
like,
you guys each other's first phone call?
when shit
What does that mean?
happens.
No, like let's say something like
oh,
weird happens,
Yeah.
something bad or good, or like am I bugging?
it depends on the topic.
Yeah,
Okay,
depends
so
on,
like
depends
for
on
what,
what it
in what
is.
context would they be?
This
your
one is
first
this one.
phone call?
Okay, because this one is married.
So, oh, he
Yeah.
has somebody
He
else.
has
he
somebody
can
else
call.
to
Piss off.
okay.
I didn't say that.
The others.
Did you guys are the ones
Okay,
saying
your marrieds are the ones that said they are married.
No, it depends on what it is.
Okay.
Koj, now there are certain things maybe because like we have a lot of similar interests and we tend to actually think alike. So sometimes I might see something and I'd be like, yo, am I bugging? And I'll call him and be like, yo, guy, have you seen that thing? And he'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, what do you think? and we might find out like maybe we feel the same way, or he might just have like a completely like different take.
Yeah.
TMC zone is more like maybe I get a bad shit's crazy idea. The things he will have is like a crazy idea. So if I call him and I tell that to him, like where he'll take it, you never know where he'll take
100%.
it. But like it's worth like, you know,
having that conversation.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like if I see something funny, you know, like where you're in a room and like something crazy happens and you're looking forward to make eye contact with
it's so one of these.
I call these niggas. I'm like, guy, you need to see this, please. Like,
Also, if I have an idea and there's a possibility of it being stupid, which is very rare, by the way, I just hit my wow up and he's just like, oh, this can work or this can work. It's kind of like that. And with Koj, it's mostly just, I think Koj and I, we both write comedy, so we share a lot of work with each other.
Right.
And I make like bad music for my podcast.
he says it's bad music, but it's actually decent music. He's just very shy about the music.
Yeah, so I said it to Koj, and Koj is just like, I like this. Try it. He'll give me suggestions and
feedback.
I'll take it back. So it's just But if I killed my parents or anything, I won't call either of these guys.
Okay, so why are we back to this?
No, I think we should explore this further. Why won't you call either?
I mean, there's the first phone call for everything. I know who my first phone call for that is.
If you kill your parents.
If I kill my parents.
Are you at liberty to say?
Yeah, man.
Is it Ife?
No, man.
Headphones?
It's Jibs.
You are going to jail. You are going to jail. If you call it headphones, you are going to jail. The best you can do is that maybe
headphones gonna pray for you.
Tell us about
I can't believe they took
why
us
you want to
seriously.
talk about
I like it too. War, man. I have so many ops. It's crazy.
Sorry, so you mean you personally are at war?
Yeah, man.
Like
Fighting
with
demons
With himself.
First of all, if you're a lawyer in this country,
I just want to know like some of the people you're at war with.
I can't list them.
No, I don't need their name. Just like the context of the war. He at war with Irasta.
No.
I have a list of ops like Irasta.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Irasta, by the way. That was just a joke.
Oh, I was thinking
Who else
Irasta.
are you at war?
The staff,
Yeah,
that writes for ops.
Who else am I at war with? Just like guys out there. You know how these streets are now?
Yeah, sure.
So it's like I'm out here, I'm doing my thing, trying to make my funny podcast with my buddies here, and some guys just get crazy with them. And I just have to do stuff. And obviously I'm not proud of all the things I do.
In war.
But
things have to be done.
So like what things you do in war?
In war, this war.
Well, I can't give out trade secrets now. But off air, I gotta tell you some stuff.
Do you guys have ops?
No.
You're lying. You're lying.
You be out here with like you.
I don't want to up you have.
Okay, you have to have ops.
The thing with having ops is you have to acknowledge them.
I hear that.
People don't like me.
I have ops and I don't give a damn.
Yeah, like it's very bizarre. Like I met somebody recently who said, "Oh, I know that I find this thing very interesting with Nigerians, where like they'll say something like, "Oh,
I don't like you.
I don't like you." Like that's supposed to be like a conversation starter.
And I'm like, where do you think we can go from here?
I think is that normally I'm very, very like jovial and friendly and stuff. But then I do this thing where people find very frustrating where I don't say anything.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, someone said, and the funny thing is I don't actually like you. So
in case you didn't hear.
Yeah.
And like you're supposed to entertain it and it's just
I think what she thought was going to happen was that I'll not say, why now? And I'm nice, so why now? So I was just staring kind of
just like yesterday, I was hanging out with my friends, one a boy, one a girl. The boy was
one a boy, one a girl. I say like it's a nursery rhyme. One a boy, one a girl.
I was hanging out with my friends, one a boy, one a girl.
They said it again.
The boy was making fun about the girl and saying she can't cook. And the girl was arguing saying she can't cook. And I'm just like, who cares?
Like,
why are you trying to prove yourself
she
to this like random man?
I'll cook for you.
The girl was like, got him.
Hungry bastard. He has just what he wants.
So being in love feels like, I don't say it's a bad thing, but like being in love is actually being willing to like do the work. That's how I define like being in love with someone.
That sounds like something from a podcast.
I'm telling you, you heard it. It sounds like you're quoting someone.
Wow.
No, but like legitimately, that's what it comes down to. It's like making a decision about someone. It comes down to like, am I willing to like do the work for like
this to work?
Yeah,
right.
And I'm not even like in
see
love.
What's happening here?
Yeah, I hear that. But like, not even like in terms of like the love itself, but just like the pettiest things. Like I'm feeling way out of it. Like someone asked me to do something to make them feel happy.
Like giving her birthday. present on her actual
birthday.
So after she puts in my phone. Yeah. So just things like that, man.
I want to explore the safety thing.
But that was so basically I'll tell you how.
Do you not find that in love, in romantic love? Right?
Yeah. So it's like being your full self with the person, stuff like that.
I don't believe
being
in that.
safe.
I
don't believe that.
But that is in safety, you are your full self.
No, like only personal.
Oh, right.
What I'm saying is, in safety, you naturally are your full self with somebody. Yeah.
This is going to be a thing.
That's like, I mean, you can be yourself without like fear of judgment or fear of
isn't that the whole essence of the safety?
Or whatever.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it makes you feel seen because you can say something that you think is absolutely nuts, and they're like, "Yeah, I agree."
Yeah.
Like nigga, that's why we live together.
Mad.
I love
Safety.
that.
That's cute.
I like that. I think that's very important.
And that's also rings true for friendship. That I 100% agree with.
So now I'll tell you. So now my own story. Thanks. It's my turn. So basically, I was feeling very anxious one like random day, and I'm notorious for flaking, and that's why I say like making the decision. Like I'm very selfish. So it's like ultimately my comfort is most important. So I'll flake. I'll be like, guys, I know I said I'll do this, but like I'll do it tomorrow. Not birthdays though, or Valentine's.
Random stuff.
But like so I was feeling very anxious one day, and I'm like, oh fuck, I've been flaking. I don't want to flake. My friends invited me out to the club, and so 2 people invited me to the club, but I didn't know that they invited a bunch of people. And so I show up to the club, and I'm in the line, and I see one of my friends, and I just feel so safe. I'm like, I can be in this club now. And I was like, I love this guy.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
that's kind of cute.
But that makes sense in a very... I think because he's the club
context. I think
is very
because
specific.
of the club context. Like I was like, we were going somewhere.
Yeah.
Once we got to the club,
but you know why I get it?
But I get it
because. Have you ever
familiar face?
Yeah, and especially when you don't want to do something.
Yeah, and then you see someone that makes you feel relaxed. Like,
okay, cool, this is worth it. This makes it make like really, really good
because there are a lot of places I'm like, I won't go, but if somebody comes with me, then I'm fine.
Not like me when I go to events without like knowing who's going to be there.
Yeah.
Like I'm just going like just freestyling, like just based off vibes. Maybe I feel like I owe someone a favor, and then you just get there and you just see someone you like. I just like, okay, I'm not. You
know when those things are the best? When the event is not the type of event you laugh at, so we can sit down and laugh at the event. That is there's nothing I like about that event so you can laugh. When someone understands why this event is somehow.
Yeah. Have you ever like done that to the point but you couldn't laugh, but you guys kept making eye contact? So you have to bite your lip to prevent yourself from laughing. I've done that so many times with, I think, Mayowa. Like we'll just go to somewhere and someone's saying something, we're just looking at each other. Mayowa is very hard. He's very bad at hiding his eye rolls.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Okay.
I think that's why he actually wears glasses.
First of all, why haven't I been on Submaroach?
Honestly, because we wanted to make it special.
Fuck off.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Are you free next week?
Like imagine
this guy.
Imagine these guys doing like, so imagine they came here and I wasn't in Nigeria. Like it would have, I'd have had ups after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My brother has been, not full Submaroach, Koj and friends.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad because I had just been insulting him that morning.
I'm dead.
And he was so sweet. He was so sweet.
But that's a good thing. You warmed him up. You warmed him up.
No, Bolu is just...
He's a sweet guy.
Of the 3 of us, he's legit the nicest.
Yeah.
Of the 3 of my parents' offspring, he's the nicest by far. He's the one that knows what everybody's up to. He's the one that checks
he's
on
actually
you.
he's a cute
guy. And you remember shit. So
if
Koj mentioned something, like a few weeks later, he'll hit you up to be like, yeah, you said this, how far?
Yeah, so literally, I said it on the episode that we did, Koj and Friends, where prior to like maybe that week or the week before, I wouldn't have really considered us friends. Like we were just like guys that like bantered on the timeline. I'll share like something funny with him. If I write something, I'll send it to him. He'll give me feedback.
Yeah.
Back and forth like that. But one random day, he just texted me, like, just checking in. Like, are you good?
That's his thing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, shit, man. I feel safe.
No, that's his thing.
Yeah.
It's his thing.
He checked it on me once as well. And his was like, purely like from a creative point of view. Like, oh, are you working on anything these days? And I'm like, bro. And I just sent him, I sent him all this stuff. And I didn't expect to get, because when I send people stuff, I don't expect feedback for another week or something. And he just replied in like 30 minutes or less. And he was just like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
This is bad. Don't do this.
He's really, really cool. Yeah, he does that. If you share stuff, he takes it very, very seriously. He's like, and when I ask him, he's like, like, people could spend their time doing other things for this. So I need to make sure. I'm just like, man. Yeah. But anyway,
you share stuff with him?
No, I'm too shy. Because Bolu is like, he doesn't write, really. But he consumes
a lot,
a mad amount of content. And he doesn't just like watch. He watches like with a very specific eye. So he's not going to give you like it's nice feedback. He'll give you very specific things, and I'm very sensitive, particularly with him. So even though I know he's being like honest with my work, like I'm not. It's only when I'm ready, like I'm sure I'll now send him something.
So like yesterday, like I was gonna ask an artist a question. Like Brandon, we're just hanging out with an artist, and I'm like, I mentioned his name, then I mentioned his song because I was like just gonna ask him a question. And he's basically like, why would I do that? Like, I'm just like, damn, this nigga don't want to talk about his song.
No, but do you blame him though? Like, because he probably was just like in a certain way he did not probably want to talk about that.
Yeah, fuck
him. Okay, wait, you guys also like have friends. Oh, fun fact. Mayowa and Culture Custodian gave me my first like interview type job. That was when I was sure I wanted to do a podcast. Yeah.
I remember
I interviewed Odunsi.
We were talking about it. We were talking about it with Odunsi. Like,
like ages ago. I still like randomly like message him and check on him and shit. Yeah.
He's sweet too.
He is. He's trying. But yeah, I just remember that randomly. And I remember my mom. So today I mock her for it. I was like, I'm going to do something for my friend. I'm interviewing an artist. She's like, oh, artist? I was like, Odunsi. Like
That's so.
I was like, one day you will know.
That's so funny because, like, obviously I love Odunsi, and I was on Twitter like just raving about Odunsi, and I'm always raving about Odunsi. And so once, like, we went to high school together. Like, I think I was in GS3 and he was in GS1, and so I was just raving about Odunsi to one of my friends, and the guy's like, isn't he your junior in school? I was like,
Oh no. The last episode you guys, sorry, I jump all over the place. The last episode you guys did, the one that I was not at, even though you've opened this up to the general public. Was there a reason you guys decided to start doing these living room tours?
This one, I think it was just an experiment.
We experiment a lot, but also like getting that energy from the
immediately.
room. Yeah, like TMT and I would love to do stand-up in an ideal world, but like we're still kind of like easing into it.
I used to want to, but I'm afraid.
I don't know why you're shy. I'll give you the platform.
So that's it's not about being shy. It's just about being comfortable. I guess shy, comfortable, same shit. But I'm not comfortable enough. But like this is a way to like stand in front of people and to just try stuff out. And you get that feedback.
Because the problem with stuff like that is that people that come, they already like you. So they are primed to laugh.
Yeah, I like that.